Still leave some questions here to professor or students or even our IMBA staffs. So now we will have a Q&A session. So if you have any question, you can raise your hand and we will give you the answers here. Any question? So the first thing to learn here is to be proactive. Yes.
I want to ask about the dual degree program. How many countries we choose the dual degree program? We need to make option. How many options? The city or the country?
I think we are mainly we have choices from Germany and Paris in France, and I think
USA.
we have more, right?
And also Purdue, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Right
Purdue.
now we have, hello everyone, my name is Emily, and I'm in charge of the dual degree in IMBA program. Greetings. We have right now 9 dual degree partner schools for you to choose from. 5 in France, 2 in Germany, 1 in Austria, and 1 in the USA. Four countries.
400.
Thank you.
4 countries, 9 schools.
I know the invitation about the dual degree. So like the required to enter period, like if not, I want to apply the next year's dual degree. So I need to apply this time to IMBA, right? So if I apply IMBA next year, or next year, I cannot to apply the next the dual degree, right? Sorry, I mean if I'm the 2020 to apply MBA, so I can apply dual degree the next year. So if I enter the MBA 2020, so I cannot apply the next the dual degree.
Actually, if you apply IMBA 220, actually you will be accepted 221.
Yes.
So you means if you enter IMBA 221,
Yes.
can you apply for the dual degree for 2022?
Yes.
Okay, that's your question.
So you mean that if you apply for NCC IMBA in December this year and you enter IMBA next year in September, and can you apply for a dual degree?
After you are accepted.
Yes, but usually we accept applications for a dual degree in your year 1, and you study abroad in your year 2.
But if I want to extend my study time, like I want to apply go to the degree, then the 3rd year or 4th year, I cannot.
If you want to apply in your year 2 and study abroad in your year 3,
Yes.
the only choice for you is Purdue. Because the other universities in Europe, we have to make a balance. We have outgoing students and incoming students. And the structure is 1st year in the home university, 2nd year in a host university. Therefore, you can only apply in your year 1 and study abroad in your year 2. But for the Purdue University, there are only outgoing students. We don't have incoming Purdue students. So if you want to apply in your year 2, study in your year 3, Purdue is the only option. Yes.
Thank you so much. My name is Arthur Chu from Philly, Pennsylvania. So my question is very simple. So especially like during this COVID like chaotic time, do we still do like physical courses, or like right now, or maybe like 2021, or are we allowed to take like digital courses?
Actually, so far all the courses are conducted in class.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, my name is Vera Huang. I'm wondering, except for the students from all around the world, what's the difference between IMBA and MBA program in this university? Because I'm more curious about the course itself, because I know that most of the course being taught in English, but the MBA provide Chinese taught course, which is like probably more diverse. I don't know. Could you please tell me what's the difference between two of them?
Can I answer first?
Yes.
Well, you can feel I'm very realistic person. So I analyze very many choices I have. Like I can also apply IMBA maybe, and IMBA requires certain years of the work experience from the work. 2 years? Oh, sorry. So your classmates, they already have the work experience. So when you do the case study, you will not talking with some, just student. This is most very different. I think this is very important. And the diversity here, you have students from 28 years old, maybe? Around. And up to, in our batch, 50 something. I think he is very special because he doesn't want to apply IMBA. He wants to have more energetic with them. So he was the top 3 Italian, I think owner in Taipei. He's a restaurant in Bella Vita. So diverse from the ages and countries, background, industry. So I choose IMBA eventually, and it's not so good to say why I don't choose GMBA here. Later, if you're interested.
Thank you.
Anyone want to answer? I think so.
Good morning, my name is Heidi Tai. I have 2 questions here. First of all, during this time of pandemic, the world is definitely in chaos right now. As everybody knows, a lot of countries in Europe are shut down at the moment. So if we're interested in applying dual degree, I wonder if the chance of dual degree will be affected by this pandemic. And second of all, if we apply scholarship, can we still apply dual degree?
Right now, like each dual degree school is different. Like in Germany, the Mannheim University, they do the courses online in the fall semester, but expect to remain normal in the spring semester. For your batch, if you enter IMBA next year in September, the time when you study abroad will be the following year. So we assume that the world will be returned to normal by then.
Okay, so at the moment the class is online, but it really depends on the situation of pandemic.
For example, in France, we have a student right now in IMBA Business School. She has been in France now and studied the courses. But for Mannheim Business School, 2 of the students are still in Taiwan doing the courses online. Yeah, and for the Purdue University, we have 1 student right now there studying, attend classes physically. So each school is different. It depends.
And the scholarship?
Scholarship, actually, student doesn't need to apply for scholarship. Actually, our committee member will decide when they review the application material, also the oral interview, the scholarship will be decided, and it will not affect the dual degree and exchange program.
Only the international students, if you are awarded Taiwan, if you got a scholarship by Taiwan government, the full scholarship, unless you give up the scholarship, you cannot apply for dual degree. Only for international students.
So if the local student, they have the chance to have the scholarship, they can still go to dual degree.
Yes,
exactly.
It's not affected.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Luis. I have 2 questions. The first one is I want to ask that does this program offers any job fairs or job opportunities, like the company will come here after you graduate? And the second one is that you require the 2 recommendation letters when you apply this program. And I want to ask that does this recommendation letter has to come from your people from your workplace, or the people you can think can write a recommendation letter for you? Thank you.
For your first question, is the career, right? Actually, the university, as we have like a career service or career office. Actually, every April we have a career month. For the whole month, there are like a job fair, and there are like many companies where they will come to the university, and also many lectures. I think you do you want to answer this question? Okay, sure. I think they are better.
Actually, it's not only about the school base, they will do the job fair. We also, the student council, will provide some information we found from the internet or our friends, like, because the job fair is everywhere. Almost every month we can find a job fair. So we will make the information transparent to all the students who is interested to looking for a job.
Yeah, and one of the other things too is that they do post announcements that, because we're building up the number of alumni every year. For example, I'm a member of AmCham. AmCham tells me there's a position open at AmCham. So I tell the IMBA office and they put it online and for our students. I was there in 2004 to 2006. The number of alumni wasn't that big, but now it's, like I say, nearing 1,000. So that's the other avenue. Besides all the resources we have here, the fact that we have all these alumni is another job opportunity, networking opportunities where you hear these positions and you can actually talk to them directly.
Sorry. Because I really want you to know this program is so good. The whole school will give the resource to this commerce colleague, especially IMBA program. So, but you need to be proactive. I would say prepare your CV ready in every class. We have the SME class. We will visit those CEO or those key person in their company. They will do the presentation for you. And if you think you are capable for this company, you just give the CV to the CEO directly. And we also have the leaders forum from the different country and the foreign company. They are very high position. And also Chris, he just mentioned, there are a lot of the opportunity for you, but you need to be ready and prepared and to express your capability in 10 minutes or 5 minutes there. Yes.
So in addition to that, actually in the IMBA office we have a staff. Actually, she is in charge of the career service. So we arrange like one-on-one consulting, and also invite business leaders to come here to talk to our students to share experiences. Okay, that is for career service. And the second question is for recommendation letters, right? Actually, we request for 2 recommendation letters. We have letters ready, but if your recommender prefer to write the recommendation letter on his own, it's okay, it's acceptable. And it is not limited to your boss or the professor in your school, in your previous education. Anyone know you very well, because for our recommendation letter is very detailed. So that person must know you very well.
Okay, thank you. Is that a closer one? Okay, I'm Wei Chen from Taiwan. So as you say, the recommendation letter is a form letter, and it's already every details on it. Which I just want to get someone, maybe Jim, to stamp on it.
Oh,
I don't know you, just for reference.
Okay, so actually your recommender is to type in the information online. Actually, we have an online application system, so we will send a link to your recommender, so your recommender can do it online. It doesn't need to be a letter, but if your recommender wish to have a regular recommendation letter, is acceptable. He can write the letter, then upload to our system. So either is fine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jenny from Taiwan, and I noticed that there are full-time students and part-time students in IMB and courses, and I would like to know if I choose to be a part-time student, will I lose any chances of great courses in daytime or extracurricular activities? Thank you.
Let me answer the first part. There is no daytime course. The only daytime course is at weekend. So all the courses are conducted in the evening during weekdays. Only at the weekend we have some professors from abroad. So daytime course only at the weekend.
But one course, small and medium enterprise, they are 5 days, a full day daytime, 4 days, sorry. Professor will arrange the company visit. So 4 days you need to request a day off from the office.
And also I would like to know what's the proportion between full-time students and part-time students.
Proportion. I think most, I would say that most local students, they are working and studying at the same time. And for the international student, maybe 1/3 they are working, and 2/3 they are full-time students.
Okay, thank you very much.
I think some of the students, if they have a plan to go dual degree or exchange, probably they will quit before, like 2 or 3 months before they go to the foreign country.
Charles, he changed his job during the study. Because of the IMBA program, or I don't know.
I studied engineering before, and I have limited knowledge about accounting, finance, and management. Will the class need to advance for me?
I think it really depends. But you can see our students composed by from so many different industries. So I believe that the professors are going to give you very clear knowledge and also their experience, not only from a business knowledge base, but also how to apply the knowledge in your business, in your work. So yeah, I think it really depends, but you have to study harder, of course.
And also we have TA section, right? For
Yes.
like accounting, manager, economics, BQN, and financial management. We
And-
have TA.
And very important thing, you will have your classmates, and you have to work together. Yeah.
I was also engineer background.
And also maybe you can, like what Charles said, because your classmate will help you. You will have a lot of study groups that you can work together. Yeah. And attend the TA section and read the books, because for me, I'm also not business background. I'm like fashion and textile design background. So the first semester for me is hard, but just take the chance and learn more. And then the second semester will be better. Yeah.
Let me just say too, I mean, again, it's important because in business, they really, the value of the MBA is that you're well-rounded. Okay, and most of the professors, I know all the professors here, they really want you to try to graduate. So they're going to find many different ways to make sure that you are not troubled by one specific topic. And in the core courses like that, we have TAs also. It's very important, though, that you don't limit yourself to not trying to apply for the MBA just because you think, well, I'm not a numbers person, I'm not a business management person. In fact, that's why you should be here.
I have 2 questions here. Hi, I'm Bianca. And so first one is, if I want to balance my work and study at the same time, is there any regulations on like how many years you need to finish this program? For example, like 4 or 3 years maximum?
4.
Basically
4
4
maximum.
years.
4 years maximum.
Yeah, not including deferral. Actually, there are 2 more years for deferral. So in total it's 6, but actually I think your goal is not to finish it for that long, right?
For 4 years.
Usually a local student, they will finish in 2 to 3 years.
Okay, and I got one more question. So if I'm interested in applying for a dual degree, is it possible that we can have like virtual classes locally in Taiwan, or we need to physically like fly over there and then finish the degree, for example, like Germany or in the States? Is there any option that you can take your dual degree like locally in Taiwan? No.
You have to travel to the country. You know, it's because of the pandemic. Yeah, right.
So if it's like not a pandemic, then you need to physically fly. All right, got it. Thank you.
Hi, Jim. I want to ask you a question because I know you don't apply the dual degree, dual program or the exchange program. So why do you to choose the NTU GMBA choose here? I thought the school is very close and it's similar. So if you can apply again, why you don't choose GMBA choice here? But I like the IMBA because I think it's very the dual degree or exchange opportunity than the GMBA. So if you can apply again, why do you choose here? Yeah.
Well, first question, I didn't apply the dual degree. Actually, I discussed this question about 2 weeks with my wife, and I consult with our alumni, Serena. She is very, I think, good. Before I joined the IMBA, yeah. Before I joined IMBA, I already looked for the IMBA Facebook, and I friendly with many IMBA alumni, and I asked them about their opinion, even I am not IMBA yet. And then I found that my opportunity cost to dual degree is too high. If I quit my job and I go there 1 year and back, I need to make sure it's worth it. My salary and overall package could be surpass what I have now. So I decided not to go to dual degree. And about the NTU GMBA, I think this is too sensitive, camera. So we are kind of the friends, IMBA and GMBA. But I will tell you why this is better, really. Yeah. My opinion.
Just again, so some courses or questions about different MBAs and that. Remember, this is an international MBA and it's English taught. I point that out because I've been in Taiwan many years, and we talk with at AmCham, we talk with the Taiwan government on many different levels. And Taiwan has a goal of becoming a bilingual island by 2030 in many industries, if not every industry. And if you do your international MBA in English, you're already ahead of the game, because by 2030, all those others that did not study in an English environment will be behind it a little bit. So that's why if you can choose a program that teaches in English, okay, it's actually very beneficial for your long-term outlook for the next 10 to 15 to 20 years.
Hello everyone. I'm from another university, but my friend is in Vietnam right now, so I'm going to ask some information for her. First of all, does the NCCU have the program designed for the logistic supply chain management and international business administration? And question number 2 is, do you have any scholarship for international, like Vietnamese students? And how many types, and also the requirements to gain these scholarships? And finally, is there an online application for Vietnamese students in the upcoming semester? Thank you.
I think for the first question, may I answer you later, because I think that is for your friends, right? The second question is for scholarship. For Vietnamese, actually, students are eligible to apply for Icdf Scholarship, MOE Scholarship, as well as a new international student scholarship. There are 3, and all the scholarships are available on our website. Okay, your friend can check out. And the third one is apply online. Actually, yes, our international application is due online.
Thank you. I'm Eric from Taiwan, and I want to ask some questions. And I want to ask if I studied IMBA this program, and if the business model and the supply chain and such of the skills, so that is this skill can bring into my career very advantage and very to upgrade my career, and also I can bring this skill into such like Apple, Facebook, Google. It's like the top skill, and not just engage this company, so that I can bring this knowledge into this company, so that I can upgrade my career is one question. And second is, if I have applied a dual degree, and if I come to another country, and if so that I need to have an opportunity to balance the working, and maybe I need to do a part-time job to balance my life. And the third is, if I apply this IMBA, and if I have a business trip, like maybe like to China or Korea or United States, and is there any way so that I can learning this program online or in the internet? But the business trip maybe just like a few weeks. So yeah, it's a couple of questions. Thank you.
I think maybe I can try to answer your first question.
Thank you.
you're asking, is it a plus for you to apply Google, Facebook, Amazon? I don't know. Because it very depends on your expertise. They really want some, I would say, because I tried many times. I have friends in Google, and they want very expertise for that area. For example, I am a sales manager, and they want to be, how to say, top MBA program here, no problem. But they want to make sure some different things, and they want to have more younger people, I would say, yeah. And for the school can give you, I think it depends on how you apply this knowledge to your own, your career. If you want to keep your career life in the employee company, then you need to apply into what you learned to your job. If you want to create your own company, here professor will give you a lot of the resources, knowledge, or experience. Yeah. So I think there's no problem. The second question about your degree.
I'm not very clear about your second question. May I confirm? Your question is whether you can manage your full-time job and the qualification for the dual degree?
Yeah, and if I travel to another country, maybe like Purdue, and also I need to balance my work, maybe I need a part-time job, maybe like wash dishes, and also like to do some part-time to make sure I can live in the country and then study the dual degree. Yeah.
You mean in your year 2, when you are in the dual degree school, you also have a part-time job there?
Yeah, is that okay?
It really depends. For example, our international students, if they want to have an internship in Taiwan, they need to have a work permit. You need to be eligible to work in the country.
Okay.
But usually our students, when they study the dual degree, at least at the first semester, they will focus on the study. And after they finish most of the graduation requirements, and if they are competent enough, for example, the proficiency in the local language, they will do an internship. Some of them will do an internship.
Yeah.
Also, it really depends on your personal competence or your expertise.
It makes sure I need to bring enough money to do that and focus on study.
Okay, one of the best advantages of NCSU IMB dual degree is that the tuition of the partner university is waived. You only need to pay NCSU IMBA tuition. The tuition of the partner university is waived. And for the Purdue, you only need to pay the credit fees, not the full tuition, but depending on how many credits you take there, and you pay the credit fees to Purdue.
So for example, you will learn how to read the accounting book for a company. What is the P cycle and what the lot number about? And you need to understand this, then you will upgrade as a business school student for accounting, or if you want to have the create your own job. Professor Sandra is so good, he will give you the business modeling, why you do this business, what's the benefit for the end user. This kind of knowledge you will learn. So we call this hard skill. But it depends on how you reflect, how you use in your life.
Okay, the third question is online, right? Possibility if you are doing business abroad. Actually, IMBA, we have like attendance policy. We have like for 3 credit course, student can be absent for 3 times. If you have to do a business trip, we don't have an online option. But as our classmate, they just say you will have very strong supporting system. You can catch up with your team member and also TA section. Even our professor, they are very supportive. So no worry about you miss like a class, maybe you cannot catch up. You have very strong support from IMBA program.
Sorry, during time limitation, so we already reserved some time for you to ask more questions with the current students. So we prepared some tea and desserts in the EU hall, so can you just move over there and we will have. Sure.
Thank you for your participation, and we're really looking forward to interact with you more during the break session. And in conclusion, I should say the IMBA program is really a unique program because it has a very unique international community. And the courses we're given in the IMBA program, you cannot take it in any other MBA programs. As I mentioned, we have 3 batches of faculties, and then we prepare unique courses for you to advance yourself. And let me give you one example for students trying to take the IMBA program instead of other programs. One of my students who's graduated from IMBA program already, but he liked to take the IMBA program because he's a founder of a software house, and he would like to expand his business in Asia and also in Europe. And he has already done it. When he joined the IMBA program, he networked with his classmates in the class and also alumni together. And he has already expanded his business from Taiwan to Japan and Thailand, and now he's thinking about expanding to Europe. So this is another things that I like to mention, that in this very uniquely built community, like you see, we have so many support and who just try to testify such a good environment that we like you to join and then really to explore. And of course, there are limitations, restrictions, barriers, but that is really a challenge, and we assure you that you will grow and you will gain and take all the advantage of this environment. Thank you.
So for the prospective students, you can just move on to the EU hall, and we already prepared some food, beverage, and you can meet the current students over there, and they will give you the answers that if you have more questions. Thank you.